Welcome to another episode of Collection Archives, where we dive to different items in my collection. Today we are looking into the SH Figuarts Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. These 5 figures come from Haim Saban's 1990s Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TV series. I met these characters at the heart of my childhood, back in the 90s, when the Power Rangers became my favorite show. Jason, Kimberly, Billy, Trini, and Zack became the first team of Power Rangers that I ever saw. As a kid, to watch this group of common teenagers obtain awesome powers was a shot of adrenaline. A team to look up to. On top of this, they each represented dinosaurs, which made it like the perfect era as Jurassic Park had been released around the same time. And I was truly obsessed with those creatures. The 5 teenagers had qualities that complemented each other. Jason was a skilled martial artist and quickly became the first ever leader of the Power Rangers in the American TV series. As skipper of the team, he received the Tyrannosaur Power Coin and Dinosaur. As a character, I found Jason Lee Scott, the kind of leader that would care for his team and would get the best out of his teammates. I would probably rank him as the best Red Ranger ever. And I would surely follow him into battle with confidence. The Red Ranger has a power sword with some cool patterns carved into the sword. Billy was the brains of the team, creating gadgets that solved problems not even Sordon anticipated. He received the Triceratops Power Coin and Dinosaur. I always viewed Billy as the quiet and shy guy, someone you can rely on for particular problems. In my mind, especially because how he ended up in the series, he will be someone akin to Q from the James Bond franchise. For the Blue Ranger, you can see him here with his lance weapons, resembling the horns of a Triceratops. Billy had the best weapon, in my humble opinion, as you would have the lance mode, which makes it a great mid-range weapon, but you could also break it into 2 halves, so you can get close and personal when taking down those pesky alien monsters. Trini. She was well versed in Kung Fu and was also highly intellectual, a quality she used occasionally when having to translate to the other Rangers Billy's complicated tech talk. She received the Saber-Toothed Tiger Power Coin and Dinosaur. In Trini's case, I always saw someone very focused, disciplined, and resilient. You could feel her raw skill being the result of constant training. I always saw Trini Kwan as someone that could handle herself very well without the help of other team members. The Yellow Ranger has a couple of power daggers, very useful for a witty martial artist. Kimberly was a beautiful gymnast, originally sarcastic, but became kind-hearted as the show developed. She received the Pterodactyl Power Coin and Dinosaur. Definitely an outgoing person, seemed like someone you could approach easily if you needed someone to talk to. However, I always felt she was a bit emotional, and there was always something going on beyond her vivid and outgoing personality. Though I usually thought she was a great team player, and I would definitely charge into an alien monster, knowing she would cover me with her arrows. The Pink Ranger has a power bow that bears a resemblance to a pterodactyl. Kimberly and Trini were both my childhood crushes. Other classmates used to debate on who was more beautiful. For me, it was very easy. I just like them both. Zack, possibly the most agile of the Rangers. He enjoyed basketball, American football, scuba diving, and of course dancing. He was indeed fun-loving and most definitely had the best moves of the entire team. He received the Mastodon Power Coin and Dinosaur. I always picture Zack as a good and trusty friend, someone with an insane number of skills. Zack could do almost anything, and he looked cool doing it. Whether it was fighting aliens or charming everyone with his great personality. The Black Ranger has an axe, which also can be used as a blaster. Very handy. What stands out about these figures are their highly articulated features, allowing them to recreate the most iconic poses from the 1990s show. With these more phenomenal poses, all the 5 heroes are ready to take on whatever Rita Repulsa throws at them. Unfortunately, Figuarts only focused their production lines to the main Power Ranger characters, leaving out important characters such as Goldar, Rita Repulsa, and left off everything from that eclectic and unique gallery of alien monsters. And of course, you can't have the Rangers without their sage mentor, Zordon. We wouldn't have the Rangers if he hadn't decided to pick 5 teenagers with attitude to entrust the security of the world. And of course, I also needed to have an Alpha 5, the Rangers' trusty and vocal assistant. Every time I see this figure, I can't help but hearing his infamous ay 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 in my head. Both Zordon and Alpha are from Hasbro, but I figured they still are compatible in the display. I actually like the Zordon figure because of his light up feature. Well guys, let's wrap up this archives entry. Thank you for watching, and until the next time, do not forget to like and subscribe.